Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. By the end of this video, you're going to learn the differences between authentic versus commercialized yoga, as well as the different forms of yoga and what they all mean, and why this may be beneficial to you. What I find that many people are unaware of or still don't know here in the US is that yoga has become widely and largely commercialized. So much so that it is actually difficult to find a truly authentic yoga studio. So the question is, how can you tell the difference between an authentic yoga studio versus a commercialized one? And the answer is simple. In a more authentic yoga studio, you will not only learn the physical postures, which are the asanas, you will also learn different forms of pranayama, which are the breathing exercises. Prana means energy and yama means control. You will also learn how to meditate as well as some yoga philosophy. If you are only learning the physical postures or only learning the physical postures and doing 2 minutes of meditation, you are really just working out and stretching. Yoga is a complete practice that consists of 3 things: the asanas, pranayama, and meditation. The asanas and the pranayama are what prepare our bodies for meditation. Doing all 3 together is what has the most profound impact on our mind, body, and soul over time. Another way to tell an authentic yoga class from a commercialized one is by the level of calm held by the teacher. In a beginner class, this is much more difficult to determine as there is a lot more instruction that is needed. But generally, the energy should be very calm throughout. Your level of calmness indicates your level of self-awareness. A yoga teacher should not be yelling or demanding out poses. We lead by example. The whole point of the class is to slow down, remain in a relaxed state of mind, and then carry the class into that same energy. The studio should be embodying safety, presence, security, and peace to the highest, utmost degree. Another way to tell an authentic yoga studio from a commercialized one is by the styles of yoga that they teach. Now, this is where many people get confused. There are only 9 main forms of yoga: Hatha, Raja, also known as Ashtanga, Kriya, Yana, Mantra or Japa, Yantra, Laya, Kundalini, and Bhakti. The commercialized ones that you hear are Power Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, Restorative, Hot Yoga, Bikram, etc. All these stem from the original 9 forms. Power yoga is just a fast-paced aerobic exercise. Vinyasa yoga is just a sequence of asanas that flow together, made into a class. The term vinyasa itself means going progressively. Restorative yoga is basically just stretching. Hot yoga is any asana performed in a heated room. And Bikram yoga is a system of hot yoga designed by Bikram Choudhury in the 1970s that includes 1 to 2 types of pranayama. Bikram himself is not a real yogi or guru. You may have heard of other types of yoga, such as yin yoga, also known as Taoist yoga, which is a style that originated in China after it was adopted from India. It consists of very slow, long-held asanas. This style of yoga was developed in the 1970s and stems from Hatha yoga. You may have also heard of Vedic yoga, which combines 4 of the original forms, or Karma yoga, which is a subset of Kriya yoga. When you Google what are the 9 forms of yoga, or what types of yoga are there, it's very confusing. Google doesn't give you an accurate answer. So let's explain these 9 forms so that you can pick your path. Hatha yoga is the path to enlightenment through bodily mastery. Asana and pranayama are the essence of this approach. It is used mainly for physical development. Raja yoga, also known as Ashtanga yoga, is the path to enlightenment through mental mastery. This is the most difficult form of yoga as it requires the most self-discipline. It introduces the 8 limbs. Without following these, you don't get very far. This is also the yoga where you see the most difficult asanas, like scorpion or 8-angle pose, Asta Vakrasana. Kriya yoga is the yoga of purification. Kriyas are cleansing techniques used to cleanse the body to unlock or open certain energy channels or chakras. So utilizing pranayama, using a neti pot to cleanse the nostrils, or practicing nali. which are abdominal exercises that help strengthen your inner organs. Jnana yoga is the yoga of knowledge. You are using everything in your power to always be learning, reading, studying, to distinguish between what is real and what is not. You are searching for the ultimate truth, obtaining knowledge. Mantra yoga, also known as japa yoga, involves the complete absorption and repetition of mantras or affirmations. There is a lot of focus on sounds and voice in this type of yoga. Yantra yoga is a tantric practice that employs the use of yantras, which are mandala-like shapes used for focusing the mind on a single point. A yantra is said to be a pictorial representation of a mantra repeating itself. Yogis who practice yantra yoga will spend a long time staring at these as a form of meditation. Laya yoga is another tantric practice that involves the deep concentration on inner sounds, also called nada, which means divine sound or vibration in Hindu. Kundalini yoga is another tantric practice. It has become popular in some places here in the US and is also considered one of the most dangerous forms of yoga. It shouldn't be practiced without a proper mentor or guru. Kundalini itself is a belief that there's a dormant energy source located at the base of our spines, and to awaken it is known to be very powerful. If you do it too fast, too quickly, without the proper knowledge, it can send you into a state of psychosis, which is why this is considered a dangerous form of yoga. And lastly, the 9th original form is Bhakti yoga, which is the yoga that emphasizes devotion towards a god or deity, such as Krishna or Ganesha. Yogis of Bhakti pray and believe in a higher power, chant, etc. This form of yoga can easily be seen as a religion, although yoga in general is not. So as you can see, there are many different spiritual paths, but the destination is the same. Different religions try to lead us there, and many different belief systems take part in this. I believe that it is important to believe in something, but be careful what it is that you choose to believe in. Pick a path that feels safest to you, that allows you to be your most authentic self. Authenticity is the highest vibration that exists. So if you ever fall off your path or choose not to have one, at least strive for that. A yoga teacher cannot take students farther than he or she has personally ventured, so we owe it to our students to teach from our experience. My favorite form of yoga is Raja, also known as Ashtanga yoga. However, I practice what is known as Dharma yoga, which focuses on mastering all 9 forms, as done by Guru Sri Dharma Mitra here in New York City. So that is the end of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Namaste.